All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Here, P, are you hearing me? Patrick?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, good. Let's get the ball rolling, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we are deeply sorry for the abrupt, turn off. It's technology. It wasn't our fault. We didn't know what happened, what went wrong, for which the screen went off. Yeah, but we are back. Please, as you join us, share the screen for us. Our guest is backstage and he's ready to go. So we can't hold him too long backstage, and so we have to get the ball rolling here. The other panelists want to join us later. The link is already out there. Perkins and Shirley, you can join us. Patrick and I, we want to get the ball rolling here. Or in keeping with our plan, is that what we want to do? That's still, we can go with that route. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to invite on screen for the first time the man who is spearheading education in Sinoe. Patrick, as a matter of fact, I want to give you that responsibility because you might be far familiar with him than I do. Go ahead. I want you to invite the doctor.
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity. And briefly, Reverend Dr. Solomon Jarpah Sr. is a son of Sinoe, a veteran professional educator, an ordained preacher of the gospel of Christ, and somebody who has dedicated his entire life to the service of God, to the service of humanity, and providing education to Liberians, even at the international level. He took the opportunity to come home to serve his county of birth so that the young generation, gets on path with his own level. Reverend Solomon Jarpah Sr. took the opportunity in 2024 when the president appointed him with an overwhelming confidence from the leaders of Sinoe County. So, ladies and gentlemen, with more we say and do, we are honored and privileged to have with us for the first time Reverend Dr. Solomon Jarpah Sr., the president of the Sinoe Community College, the soon to be Sinoe University, under his leadership. Thank you. You're most welcome, Reverend.
Thank you very much.
Dad, welcome aboard. Are you here? Is the audio okay from your side?
Sure.
Okay, good. So, Patrick, even though you did, you invited Di, if you don't mind, we have official introduction so that the people will better know you. You sent a profile, but we kind of condense it a little bit. We can't read the whole thing today. That means we're not going to leave from here. But let's see what I got here. Hopefully, I did a good job. Let's see. Let me get in this orientation. What am I doing here? All right, good. So this is what I have for the official introduction of our guest. Dr. Solomon K. Jarpah Sr. is an accomplished Liberian educator and academic leader, currently serving as president of Sinoe Community College since August 2024. He holds a doctorate of philosophy in education administration from Louisiana State University, 2014, a Master of Philosophy in Education Administration from Cotton University, 2006, a Bachelor of Religious Education from United Methodist University, 2004, and a Bachelor of Theology from Morovia Bible College, 1995. His academic foundation reflects a long-standing commitment to education, leadership, and institutional development. Dr. Jarpah brings extensive experience in educational administration, having served in multiple leadership roles across Liberia's academic institutions. Notably, he served as Vice President for Academic Affairs at Harvard Christian University from 2010 to 2024, where he oversaw curricular development, faculty recruitment, academic program reviews, and enrollment management. He has also held key administrative positions, including chairman of the Department of Supervision and Administration at Cotton University Graduate School and principal of both Carver Mission Academy and Morovia Bible Institute, where he was responsible for institutional leadership, budgeting, staff supervision, and academic planning. In addition to his administrative experience, Dr. Jarpah has a strong background in teaching and lecturing at the tertiary level. He has served as a lecturer at Cotton University Graduate School and Carver Christian University, where he taught education-related courses, facilitated student learning, and developed academic syllabi. His earlier experience includes teaching English at Carver Mission Academy, where he worked closely with students to strengthen language and literacy skills. Collectively, his academic leadership and teaching experiences position him as a seasoned educator dedicated to advancing higher education in Liberia, particularly through his current leadership at Sinoe Community College. Dr. Jarpah, welcome aboard. Hopefully I did well with that.
Thank you very much. You did very well.
Thank you. All right, welcome, sir. Let's get into it. If you have opening thoughts for us, the floor is yours.
Well, firstly, I want to say thank you for having me on your show this evening. I appreciate that. And I'm here to give you information about the Sinoe Community College, what is going on, what we have done, and what we need to do. So thank you for having me.
Great. So you are here to tell what you have done and what you need to do. What are some of the things you have done, sir?
Well, firstly, as you rightly said in the introduction, I was appointed in August 2024, and I officially took over in September of 2024. When I went to Sinoe, the enrollment for that semester that I met on was 35 students. So we tried our best. As we speak now, this semester we have 232 students. That's one of the things that we have done. Students were feeling reluctant to come to the college. According to them, since the establishment of the college, they have now had graduation. In fact, from 2017 to 2023, they have only one graduation. So they were feeling discouraged coming to the school because people were not graduating according to them from the school. So what we did when we got to Sinoe, we went around all of the high schools that are in Greenville and even outside of Greenville and various communities to create awareness that people will come to the college. And of course, as I said, we now have 232 students enrolled in the college. We, from the beginning of the college, they were operating in a Sanoha building. They were sharing the multilateral building with Sanoha School. So the grade school student will go to school in the morning, and then the college will come in the afternoon. But God be on our side, Senator Augustine Chia was able to donate 3 acres of land with a building, which we have renovated that we are using currently.
Okay, nice. So, okay, so the capacity of the school student population right now is about 234 or 32 students, right?
Yeah.
232. Okay. All right. So, Patrick, before I bring you on, I'd like to ask a specific question that I prepared for the honorable. So now that we have you have done significantly well from 35 to 232. That's a huge increment. So what are the biggest educational challenges facing Sinoe Community College today?
Well, the biggest challenge that we have now is space. As I told you, we have only that building that was given to us by Councillor Augustine Chia, having 232 students, and that building we have eight classrooms that we are using now, and 232 students with 8 classrooms. That is a big challenge. What we have done, the beginning of this semester, there was a building that was constructed by the past administration as a assembly hall. We have partitioned that building. We created 3 classrooms that are helping us with the 10 classroom, the 8 classroom that we have in the Chia building. So space is a challenge for us.
So, but what mechanism, because you are the president, what mechanism do you have to increase the space or to acquire bigger space?
What we have done, with the 3 acres of land that we have been given, we have come up with a plan to construct another building. There's a plan to construct 24 classroom building, but what we want to do presently, one of the programs that was operating in the college have been closed down by the nursing board, which is the nursing program, because of the lack of facility. So we have come up with a plan of 5 classrooms to reactivate the nursing department. Currently, we only have public health in the nursing department that is operating, but the nursing component have been closed, and we are working our modality to reactivate the nursing department. So a design has been created for the nursing department, 5 classrooms that we have demonstration lab, faculty room, library, computer lab. For them, when that building is done, the health science people will move in there, and the rest of the students will remain in the current building that we are using. Then, of course, we will now again come up with another plan for the 24 classroom building that we have already designed.
Okay, before we go to the new building, let me know your size of like the faculty there. How many teachers do you have? Are they qualified to teach our children?
Currently, we have a total of 14 teachers fully employed, and then we have 11 part-time teachers. And out of the 14, we have 5 teachers with master's degree, and then 9 with bachelor degree. We are doing our best. Some of our teachers have been, they are currently in Monrovia pursuing their master's degree, and after their graduation, they will return to Sinoe to join the faculty.
So on the educational system of Liberia, is it advisable for a bachelor degree holder to teach at the college level? Like you say, you have some teachers that are bachelor degree holder. Is it allowed in Liberia?
Well, given what we have at the time, when the college was established, all of the instructors that they employed before mine coming in were all bachelor degree holders. And so when I moved in, I told them, well, even though we are offering the associate degree, but that doesn't mean that master degree or PhD cannot teach here. So we'll do our best to bring in master degree. That's why we have already hired 5, and we are still praying to hire more. We have a plan of elevating the college, and we engaged the higher commission, and we're told that with the level of our faculty, they cannot elevate us. And this is why we are now striving to bring in more master degree holders.
Okay, so when you say level, that means you are referring to the bachelor degree teachers, the guys that were teaching. That's why they didn't approve some of the programs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Because all of our faculty at the time, when I moved in, they were all bachelor degree holders. Even though it is an associate degree, it is allowed for a bachelor degree to teach in the associate program, but it doesn't mean that a master cannot teach or a PhD cannot teach. So we are striving so that we can elevate the level of our staff that will lead to the elevation of the college.
Okay, excellent. All right, Patrick, let me bring you on here to ask 1 or 2 questions, your first two questions, and I'll bring Perkins in.
Thank you so much. Let me again welcome Dr. Jarpah to the show. This is our first interaction, and I don't know why I refused to even reach out to him ever since to even pay a call, following his assignment, because I mean, his family and I hold a very great relationship. His son Jarpah, then there's my best friend and stuff like that. But Reverend, thank you for the progress you have made so far. Many hold the view, technically, that the current facilities housing the college do not meet the standard of best practice in education. And I think you know what I mean. As a veteran educator who has been in the field for a very long time.
Patrick, break it down for the audience. We don't have a problem with the doctor. Let people understand what you are saying. Yeah, the viewers.
So yeah. So that Councilor Chair graciously donated 3 acres plus an existing facility. But people claim that facility doesn't meet, the standard of a university facility. What has been done to mitigate, that understanding, do you have any plans in place, or do you believe that system meets the standard?
Thank you very much. To agree with you, indeed, the building that we are using does not meet the standard for education, but that's what we have. As I said, as you all are aware, the college started operation in the Sinoe building, sharing the multilateral with the college. So Councilor Chair gave us that building, and this is where we are presently. What we are doing is the young people in Sinoe have the need for higher education, so we are using what we have, but that's not what we want to have or what we want to keep. We are doing our best to see how we can improve that building and also to build additional building that will be up to standard. So indeed, to answer the question, yes, we need to improve.
Okay, they need to improve. Okay, so your predecessors actually, I don't know how you met the college, even though you said in terms of enrollment it was 32, but in terms of the administrative structure, in terms of the account system.
Let's get the record straight. He said 35.
Okay, all right, 35. Okay, the account system, what you met in the account, taking over. Yeah, I know those. I mean, those are challenges that you will talk about later on the show. But I want to know from you, from your own administrative arrangements you have put in place. The distance, Morrowville from Greenville is some small distance. It requires a bus, even a vehicle for the president of the college and other people. How are you coping with logistical, challenge or other things that impede the progress of the administration?
Well, as you just mentioned, transportation is a challenge. Most of the people we are in Morrisville, which is outside of Greenville, and most of the students coming to the college coming from as far as Seabell, even some coming from Buto, and then they have to use a bike from places like Seabell to come to Morrisville. You have to pay $150 one way, and round trip is $300 multiplied by 5 days in a week. You know the money that they are paying. So we have a plan of securing a bus that will ease the transportation problem. But all boiled down to finance. We have a challenge financially, and we are trying to work along with the government to see how they can increase our budget. And we have been fighting the past 2 years to make sure that we have increment in our budget to meet all of these challenges.
Perkins, two questions.
Yeah, one follow-up question quickly, please. Say one, please.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in the 2024 national budget, 2025 national budget, and now 2026, there were allocations made, approved by the legislature, signed by the president. How much of that percent? How much percentage of that money, for 2024, 25, and now 26? How much have you received for operations and other things?
Well, the amount that you're talking about, 2024, it was $644,000. Out of that amount, $428,000 goes for salary, and $105,000 was for 2024 was for free tuition, and about $106,000 was for operation. So we are using the free tuition to pay all of the part-time teachers that we hire because government is not giving us additional money. And this year, 2026, they have added $50,000. We carried our budget to $694,000.
Wow. Good afternoon, Dr. Jarpah. This is my first time meeting you. It's good to have you here on our show. I want to say thank you very much for what you are doing for our people and the children of Sinoe County. It is appreciated. It is because of you guys, because of people like you. Our children will at least have a future. And so we want to say thank you very much for what you have done.
Thank you.
Patrick, follow-up question was one of my questions. So now I got to invent a new question.
Okay.
Because I wanted to know whether the college had a budget and how much was it and how do you guys receive the full amount? Well, you have touched on that already. So currently, 2026, the budget, like you say, is $690 something, right?
$94,000.
$94,000, and it's expected for you guys to receive that money in full. Nobody taking back driving, nothing.
Well, this is how it works.
Okay.
Out of that $694,000, $428,000 is for salary, and that money is not being paid to the school account. Government do direct deposit to individual employee account. So that $428,000 is not coming to us in a school account. It's being deposited in individual employee account. The money that comes to us, the free tuition money, which is the $159,000 is sent to the school, but it's paid in twofold. They gave us half of that amount, which is $79,000 first quarter, and then the second quarter they gave the remaining $79,000. Now the $106,000, which is for operation, is paid directly to vendors. We have to introduce to the Ministry of Finance that these are the people that will supply us. And Ministry of Finance pay them directly, and they give us the goods that we need to operate with. That's how it works.
Wow. Now it seemed like a pretty set up system, unlike the money is not enough. It's significantly lower. Now, and so the $690 something is paid in 3 phases. The $480 something go directly to salary. The government deposit people's salary in their account directly. The $100 and other $1,000, which is for free tuition, that is sent to the administration,
to the school account,
to the school account
2 parts.
In 2 parts, half and half. And then a 106,000 goes to vendors, and the Ministry of Finance do the distribution with that one. In order that there's not a budget or a allocation for a physical structure and maintenance and stuff like that for the college itself.
And what they have, I'm not going to. What they have in that amount, the $106,000, they have something for maintenance. They call it civil work. That is for repair, for anything on the building that we are using. But as they relate to having an amount in the budget for construction, for infrastructure development, it is not in the budget. So we have been pursuing the Ministry of Finance and our legislature to make sure that they put some money in the budget. The Ministry of Finance have a department responsible for budget. We have asked them to help us, give us some money that will help us to do construction. And we are still running after that. They keep telling us to wait and wait.
Wow. Because I want to believe that you guys were able to communicate with them, the government or the Ministry of Finance, that you do not have a physical location for the college. You were using the high school, Sinoe High School building. Until the Senator until the Senator Chie gave you guys that spot. So for the fact that the government will be aware that the college in Sinoe County don't have a physical building, and that is not a priority. It says a lot about our country, actually. And thank you for clarifying that.
So let me give you some more detail about that. We requested the Ministry of Finance to give us $500,000 to do construction, and to give us additional $150,000. So we requested for $650,000, $150,000 for us to employ more master degree holder, and then the $500,000 for construction. We have a layout of the campus, and that layout was presented to the project department of the Ministry of Finance. The entire layout will cost $2.5 million. But we said, let us do it in segment. Give us $500,000 this year so that we can start. And then every year we do a rollout of $500,000. And to our greatest surprise, that had not happened. And one of the ministers from the finance ministry came to Sinoe and visited the campus and promised us that when I go with what I'm seeing, you people actually need help. But that help has not come.
Wow.
All right, Perkins, thank you.
No, let me do my last question.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, these were just some inquiries. I'm sorry, sir. So, okay, I know we have you here for the entirety of the show, so we'll keep coming back. Now, so we have, prior to you taking office officially, we had 35 students, right, at the time? Oh, God.
Yeah, he's on.
Okay, 35 students. When you got there, it was 35 students now. We got 200 students and 14 teachers.
President, hold on. I think he froze in.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. So can you hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, somebody calling him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Doc, we can't hear you.
Yeah, he got to get off and come back on because the stuff was interrupted. So so you got to log off and come back in. Yeah, he can come back in.
I see why you were afraid of the phone situation.
Right. Yeah, but it's a huge challenge for the people over there. It's a huge one, you know. Yeah, one thing I wanted to inquire from him. I mean, Liberia is an interesting country. Hold on, you back. Let's see. Hey, Dad, welcome back. Are you hearing us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, yeah. Somebody call you, then the volume can go away. That's what happens.
Yeah.
But Perkins,
So
go ahead.
just before you come in, let me add to that again. You know, there are a lot of effort have been made, but the challenge of supporting so many institutions, that has also been a challenge for the government as well. So we are still pleading with them, and right now discussion is ongoing, and we are hoping that they will come in and do what they can do on our behalf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds good. So the 2 hour students, 14 teachers. How many classrooms do we have right now?
In the chair building, we have 8 classrooms. Then we added additional partition outside of the building. So we have 11 classrooms.
So when we do the calculation, that will be how many students per room?
200 by 11, probably you will have something around 20, 25 or a little more.
Okay, that's not too bad. That is kind of ideal.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop there for now. Thank you, Doc.
Okay.
All right, Dad, thank you again. So you mentioned 2.5 million proposal. Is that a new structure you are talking about? That's the budget for the new structure to be built. 2.5.
That is the complete layout of the college.
Okay, just a layout, but it's not the infrastructure itself.
Yeah, that will include classroom building, administration building, auditorium, laboratory building, and so forth. That will cover the entire building of the campus. 2.5 million. But
Okay.
we are currently, the budget that we presented to the government currently is to do the health science department, and that costs about $231,000.
All right, but it's alarming though how our lawmakers will pass an act into law to establish a community college, but then no structure. So I mean, it just ain't on the paper you create a bill because it's a government institution, right? So
Right.
why didn't they build a building before even making an act to have a community college in the county? If you don't have a structure, why do you just make a law and no structure for the people to go to school? I never understand that one.
Yeah, well, that what should have been done to have a building before you start the institution, but that was not done, and this is what we are fighting to be done. It is not only Sinoe, but cut across the country. There are other institutions that are facing similar situation.
So currently, is the college currently accredited?
Yes, the college was. It came about through an act of the national legislature, and it also accredited by the higher commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned some of the programs, or what are the programs and courses that are mostly popular among the students right now? What are the courses you're teaching, or what is the subject? Because in our country, we need some major areas. But while listening to kids background, I'm hearing political science and public administration, and those are not areas that we actually need at this point. So, what are the programs that you guys are teaching?
Okay, we have 4 departments that probably we might call colleges, and each department have number of programs that they are offering. We have the teacher education department, and they giving degree in history, mathematics, English, geography, and so forth. Then we have the College of Agriculture. They do general agriculture and forestry. Then we have the college or the Department of Health Sciences that are offering nursing and public health. But as I said, the nursing department was halted because we never have the requisite material or room to do nursing. So nursing department said you have to put all of these things in place. Then you can come back to us. We will come and do our assessment. The first time they came for assessment, the college they didn't score the mark required to offer a nursing school. So then we also have business department. Business department, they do accounting, they do management, they do economics, do public administration. Then we added also criminal justice. So these are the programs that we are offering presently.
Okay, so those students though, because when they graduate and they transfer to another school, I mean, I know you say is the college accredited by the Commission on Higher Education in the country, but when they transfer though, they don't have any difficulty transferring to full-year college?
No.
Okay.
They go to the University of Liberia, they go to other higher institutions, and their credits are accepted.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Patrick, if you have, I have a bunch of questions, but I mean, some of these things they're overlapping. So let me give you the opportunity, Patrick.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you again. Let me crisscross with our president. So, Reverend, tell us when the announcement was made. I don't know whether you were given a prior notice, or maybe somebody G's you that, oh man, you come and go to Sinoe, as a president. But when the announcement was made that you're going to Sinoe, living luxury, and decided to go home to contribute to the development of the county, what came to your mind? And when you got on the ground, when you got on the ground and began to see the reality on the ground, what sounded into your mind? Tell us the experience between the two periods, the time the announcement was made that you're going to Sinoe, and when you got on the ground and saw the reality on the ground.
All right, thank you very much. Before the announcement was made, I was already informed by the caucus and the board that they wanted me to go to Sinoe. I was called. I said we're looking for somebody to go to Sinoe to head the college. So I went and consulted with my family, and they gave me their support. They said you can go. That is our county, so you can help with the system. Because I grew up in Sinoe. I attended elementary, junior high. I spent 1 year at Sinoe High School before moving to Monrovia. So coming back to help, even though being out of Sinoe for years, then coming back, it was a kind of a challenging situation, but we agreed and took on the challenge, and we came. When we came on the ground, it was, as you rightly say, it was different. Being in Monrovia, where you have some good facility, and coming here, even coming on my way, I spent 2 days on the road in the mud. But that's what we agreed to do, to help our people. The people in Sinoe, the young people need higher education, and this is why we took on the challenge to come to help them out.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, so that's it for you there. So how Sinoe County is Liberia's third original county. Before the war, it was a leading player in the national politics. Today, it is down the drain because of leadership failure. Education too is in decline because there is no support. Now you are trying to bring that standard back. How do you visualize the Sinoe Community College into a university? How do you visualize it? And which institution in your mind, like you've been in the US, you stayed many years in the US, you saw the system there, what it means to have a university. What have you visualized so far and you are trying to take back home? At what level?
What is on my mind right now is to elevate the college to a full bachelor degree level. We are offering the associate degree, but it's still a challenge for the young people. You earn your associate degree, then you still have to look for another university that is offering bachelor degree, and that will cause migration. A lot of students that graduated from, we have had 2 graduation, and some of them are in Maryland, in Buchanan, in Monrovia. So we want to work on that so that they will remain in their country, get their bachelor degree, except they want to go elsewhere for master degree. So my vision is that I would not leave the college when I met it, but for it to be elevated. And this is why we are doing everything to see that happen. And to do that, we need good infrastructure and we need qualified teachers.
Wow.
Perkins, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Doc. You mentioned just a while ago that when you were going, after you accepted the assignment, you were going to Sinoe, you spent 2 days on the road because of the bad roads.
Yeah.
And how many years have you been in Sinoe County now?
I've been here since 2024. I moved here 2024 September. I was appointed August 16, 2024.
Okay, that's good. And I want to believe, if you have some, things doing in Moravia, you still go out there. From the time that you went to Sinoe up to now, what are the roads condition? Are they still the same, or is there any improvement?
The roads are better now. You can drive from Greenfield here to Moravia in 6 hour time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So instead of spending 2 days, you spend 6 hours now.
Yeah.
That's progress. That's progress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I mean, no, the situation, our educational situation in Greenville, in Liberia as a whole, but now we are talking about our own county, Greenville, is deplorable. It's kind of disappointing. So what from your assessment, because of the war, many of us went to school late. I remember when I came back to Moravia. The good thing, I was born in Moravia. I was young. The war came. My folks sent me back there after the war. I came back, so I had a little bit of background when it comes to schooling. So to catch up wasn't hard for me. But now I'm kind of older, so I got to start from almost at scratch. My friends then used to call me first great grandpa. And I won't buy it when I'm smoking. And we all know how that story can go. So now, knowing that many of us and our children, our brothers and sisters, face that kind of situation. But the fundamental issue with education is to at least be able to read and write.
Yeah.
From your assessment, what do you think will be more realistic, will be more effective for our people, for our brothers and sisters or children, when it comes to maybe technical education? And even with technical education, you should be able to read and write so that whichever field you choose, you can comprehensively get it done.
Yeah.
But for the children to get specialized skills in different technical areas, and then to compare that to the general formal education that is going on in the colleges and university, what do you think would be more accessible, more what is important, what is realistic for the people, our children on our side?
I think that they need a solid foundation, grade school foundation. Because you cannot do good college work if you don't have a good foundation. And that's the challenge. There's schools, there are a lot of schools now that are operating in Sinoe, in Greenville to be specific, as compared to my days when I was when I was going to school in Sinoe. We have only 2 high school at a time when I was in Sinoe, but now we have close to 10 high school now in Greenville. Um, but the challenge there is you need good teachers. You need teachers that are paid and that will be regular on the job. So laying good foundation, and you made mention of technical. Sano High School have established technical vocational training institution. There are some of the students that are going to school, learning plumbing, electricity, and so forth, and alongside their grade school work. And those that have graduated are also in our program. But you need a good foundation. You made mention of reading. It's so sad that some of our high school graduates, when they read, you feel so embarrassed, just like they have not entered school before. But that all that lead to having good teachers teaching them. Right now, in sign of some of the high schools having challenges when it come to, I did an assessment by going around because the grade school that are in sign of will fill the college. So if we are not getting good high school graduate, then the college is going to have a problem. If the students that are coming from high school cannot read and write, they will have a challenge to do college work. So I have done my assessment to see creating awareness for the college. I have gone to the various districts where high schools are operating, but the information that is some of the subjects, that the chemistry, the biology, the physics, they don't have teachers in some places in Sino. So that is something that that need to be looked into to help.
All right, Doug. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest is the president of Sinoe County Community College, Dr. Solomon Jarpah is our special guest. If you have question, we are following. If you have comment, question, we'll read the comment below. So don't hesitate to participate. So that,
Yeah,
I mean, it's one thing to go to school. It's another thing to when you graduate to be marketable, to be able to get a job in the market.
yeah.
So how well does the college prepare the student for employment after graduation?
Thank you very much. That is a very good question. That is our focus. It's not just having paper, but what can you do with the paper that is given to you? And that's why we are focusing on that, telling our teachers that will prepare young people that will be marketable not only for Sino or Liberia, but the world over. So we are doing our best. Some of our students, those that are in school and those who graduated, are working with some of the concessions that are in Sino and are also in the educational system. Most of them are teaching. So they are playing meaningful role, making impact with the knowledge that they are gaining from the college.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what difficulties do students face while studying at a community college?
One of the difficulty is getting to the school is one. We have a challenge when it comes to transportation because the students live far apart from the campus where we are operating, and transportation is very high in Sino. So that one of the difficulties that they face, and we 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 also have in some places we have shortage of teacher for some of the courses. Like me as president, I have to go in the classroom to offer my service to cover up the shortage that we have. So it's one of the challenges that we have in the college.
So given that challenge, Joe, how many students complete their program successfully?
Uh, you mean currently or
Yeah,
overall?
even previously and even now. So like if you have all the challenges, do the student complete their courses? Do they graduate on time?
Okay. In my introduction, when the college was established in 2015, they started actual operation in 2017. From 2017, they didn't have graduation until 2023. That was the first graduation they had. So from the establishment of the college, we have had 2 graduation, and one is pending for this coming June. June 24 will be our 3rd graduation. The first graduation, they had 35 students. The second graduation last year, we had 28 students. And this graduation will be having 33 students.
So but why the number is not increasing though? Like the first time it was 35 and then it started decreasing.
Well, it depends on how the students carry on their program. Yeah, because sometimes students will come, but along the way they will drop. One of the things that is happening in Sinoe that we all need to put our hands together. Those of you that are in the diaspora, you need to sometimes call back and give advices to your brothers and sisters that are here. Most of the young people are involved with gold mining and the bike riding, commercial activities. So interest in education is decreasing more than increasing. Yeah.
So, Dad, you're running the school for sure. You can't learn anything without books. Do the students have access to books, online resources to do their research and write their papers?
Well, books is one of the big challenges that we have. But what we have done, we have the internet system, we have Starlink, so the students have access to internet to do their schoolwork, to do research, as well as the teachers.
Okay.
Books are needed. Books are needed, but in the absence of that, we have come up with the internet system that will help them to do research.
Okay. So, and I think one of the challenges you face, you might, I shouldn't preempt that. So how reliable are electricity and internet services on campus? Because those things got to be reliable, and you have the access to electricity to study.
Yeah. So what we do, we have a generator that we run. We run 4 hours in a day. We'll put it on 10 o'clock and it's off 12. Then we'll put it on 2 and it's off 4 o'clock. So whenever the generator is on, internet will be available. When it is off, then of course people have to use their own phone to get online. So we are planning to solarize the building that we are using, that is to do solar panel that will give us electricity throughout the day until we are off.
Okay, before I bring the panelists on, so your vision of changing the community college from a 2-year program to 4-year, what is the benchmark for that vision to come to fruition? What is your time frame?
Well, like I said, we need teachers and teacher with master degree. If we want to offer bachelor degree, we need teacher with master degree. So we're trying to do it college by college. For the education department, we already have 4 master degree holders. And so it works like this. If you have the number of required master degree in a particular department, you can appeal to the commission, and that they can elevate that department until you can do for all. So we need about 5 master degree in each degree program to be able to go to a full bachelor degree. And also we need a good bidding that will add to what we have.
So the total number of master's degree holder to run a 4 years degree program, how many in total?
What the requirement is that you must have at least 5 master in a department that offering degree program. Yeah.
Okay. Perkins and Patrick, if you have questions, go ahead. I think they dive down for a while, so maybe we can touch on other things before we let him go. Before we close for the day.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Esoteric. So let's come to the obvious. Your predecessor probably may have failed because of the way they proceeded, or Lily college, or maybe conducted activities there. Let's look at your relationship with the politicians, because people say to work in Sinoe is not easy. yeah, it's not easy to work in Sinoe. And look at support and cooperation, um, compliance with leaders in the county, and nobody sees you as a threat, to them. How does it look like? How do you fit in between the powerful men and women in the county?
Well, we are getting along. Um, I am an educator. I came to Sinoe to do education. And as I always say, we have to take politics out of education because you cannot lean on one side. All of them are leaders in Sinoe, and we need the cooperation of everyone. So we're working along with them. Whenever we have problems, we go to them and we sit down and discuss the problem that we have. So we are not playing the role of leaning on one side or this person. No. Um, as educators, you don't need students from one party to be in the school. You need students from that have affiliation with all political parties. So that's the kind of mind that I came with to work along with everyone. And it is going well. Since I've been here almost 2 years now, we have not had any issue with anyone.
Yeah, so that one of the viewers is asking when we're talking about books. So and you say you have deficit of books in the school. So you're talking about what are some of the books that you need, like the titles, the name, in which department? Yeah, for example.
Well, I can say almost all of the program that we are offering, we need books for them because the books that we have, um, some of them are outdated, and we need current books. And one of the programs that we offer in the agriculture and forestry, we don't have books for that department at all. At least for some of the department of the business, the education, and the health science, we have some books. But for agriculture and forestry, we don't have books at all. And the books that we have for the other program, they are outdated. So we need current books. If whosoever that want to help in that direction, we can send our book listing to that person, maybe through you all.
So when you say current book, like what year are you talking about?
If we can get books in the 2000, that would be fine. We don't need books in the 80s, 70s. No. Even if you send us books that are close to the 2000, 1999, 98, the 2005 up to present, that we can use.
All right, so but that do you guys just use book or the Department of Education they prescribe the type of books that you guys have to use in schools?
Well, we are running a college. The Ministry of Education is not describing books for the
Okay,
use of college. They do that for grade school. But
okay.
we got a textbook that have to do with the content that are taught in each discipline.
And so somebody asking, does the institution have student center?
No. The building that we are planning to build, student center is in the plan.
I say another follower is asking, with all the efforts applied to get the government's extended support in addressing some of these challenges, what are other alternatives to resolve these challenges? He's asking.
We are talking with individuals, writing individuals. We have done a proposal that we trying to share with other organization that will come to our aid. And then from our own end, we personally, the students are paying 4,000 Liberian dollars, which is $22 per semester. So we're planning to increase that to $6,000, which will be 33 US dollars. And when that money come in, it can help us to carry on operation.
So that to giving you a connection though overseas and the school you graduated, like this is Louisiana State University, for example. Have you reached out to them to kind of have a sister partner relationship to at least help you out? Have you done that?
Of course, yes. We have talked to some friends that we have abroad, and they promise to help us out. And we will continue to reach out to them to see how fast or how soon we can get, especially in the areas of material. That's why we are reaching out to them.
So, but when you spoke of um, the lack of master degree holder, though, you have to have some sort of strategy in place to attract those people. What strategy, what sort of plan do you have an incentive system to attract people to the county?
That is a big challenge. Some of the people that we talk with, they let us down. But the 5 master degree that are here now, we have to pay them a little more than what we are paying the other side to encourage them. But it's still not enough, because on that same amount that we pay them, they have to pay their own rent. So we need housing facility. When somebody is coming here, that will help them. But those 5 instructors were willing to come. There were several of them that we talked to, but they look at the challenges that they're going to face. When you come to Sinoe, now you have to be taking care of 2 homes. Your home back in Monrovia and the one that you, where you want to rent, take care of yourself, and taking into consideration what we're offering, they will decline not to come. But we're doing our best to see how we can also add housing facility to what we are giving them.
Guys, my last 2 questions to the dad, and we'll leave the floor. So that, how does rural education in Sinoe County compare with urban education in Liberia in general?
That is a big challenge. Doing rural education is a big challenge. Some of the facilities that they have in Monrovia, you can't get them here. Everything that we have to do, we have to go to Monrovia to run after it. You can't get it in Sinoe. So that is a challenge. The university and colleges that are running in Monrovia and counties that are closer to Monrovia, sometimes they find it easier to get in quickly as compared to those of us that are in the rural area, especially Southeast Liberia. So it is a big challenge.
All right. So, guys, my final question, Dad, is what impact does higher education have on poverty reduction in Sinoe County? That's out of my focus right now.
Well, education as a whole it has a lot of avenues that you can explore. When you are not educated, you are limited. So education can reduce poverty. At least when you have some level of education, you will find something somehow to do, as compared to someone who is not educated at all. Yeah. So higher education, there are a lot of guys now who find it difficult while their friends are getting some job, and they roaming around nothing because they didn't go to school. So higher education is very important as compared when we were coming up. When somebody have graduated from high school, you can get a job. But today in Liberia, you can see a high school graduate, even those that are graduating from college. Thousands of students are graduating from college every year from all of the universities, but some are not doing anything. So higher education is very important.
Okay, Perkins, you have a question for the dad? Let's wrap it up. You've been on for a while.
Yes. Yeah, Doc, thank you very much. You know, from what I have understood so far is we can attract teachers or professors with master's degree. We can also push the college in Sinoe County to a full university. We can do a number of things, but first and foremost, our focus should be about the learning center.
Yeah.
The physical building itself and the campus.
Yeah.
Because that begin your appealing process towards whoever you want to bring on board.
Yeah.
If we have a structure that is appealing, that is ideal for learning for a university standard, then we can now get into the salary and all that other stuff then. So our focus first and foremost, like I said, is the physical aspect of everything. $2.5 million, we don't have it, none of us have it right now, so it sounds like plenty of money. But to use it and establish a university in the campus in the county to educate our children is nothing. And the proposal on the table now to the government or the Ministry of Finance is the $500,000 to begin the process. Well, right now the college budget is 690 something thousand, and only not even a fraction of that goes to the account of the college. So it's just a tough way to go and tough things to deal with actually. So I know we also asked that what are you doing to help from your own contacts? You went to school here, you know a lot of people here. Who are you contacting and stuff like that? How familiar are you with the SAPO's organizations here in the diaspora? How familiar are you?
Well, to be frank with you, I've been hearing about the organization, but I don't know a lot of people in that organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
somebody.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Somebody from there was here, and then I didn't talk with him directly, but he and my vice president for administration have a talk, and then he said he was going to share his contact with us so that we can get in touch with him for him to connect us with other people in the U.S.
Okay. Sounds good. Because we
Perkins, where are you coming? I think that's the question I wanted to ask, but Dennis got it from me. He said, how can a diaspora support a community college? Some community colleges are receiving support from the diaspora community.
Yeah, well, what we need, our greater need is infrastructure right now.
Yes.
The young people, their desire to come to the college is increasing gradually. Even next month we'll be giving entrance examination again. Most of the young people that graduated from college, from high school, and those that will be graduating this year, they are expressing their desire to come. So, but when they come, what do we have and where do we put them? So that's why we are pushing for a building to be constructed that will continue whatever number that we're going to receive, adding to what we already have. So our greater need is we need a building.
So, but
yeah.
Just to kind of follow up on Dennis's question though, if you were to persuade professionals in the U.S. that the way you went back home and now you're offering, so if you had to persuade people in the U.S. to come and join you, I mean, what would be your call? How would you get people? I mean, right now, here am I in a beautiful place. I mean, make a case to me to come to Liberia and join you.
I would tell them to come to Liberia, not expecting what they are seeing in the U.S., or to come to Liberia as their own, Sinoe County as their own county, and contribute their knowledge, their experiences that they have, so that we'll build up our young people in this county. What is in the U.S. is far different from what we have here in Liberia and Sinoe County, to be specific. But they can make a sacrifice just for the sake of our young people, not to think about any other thing, how it's going to look like, communication-wise, better home. No, but just come with that mind that this is where I came from, and I want to help to develop our young people. That would be my appeal to them.
Yeah, but that it's a compelling though, because if I have family to support all of that, all my responsibility, and you say, okay, just come to Liberia. I mean, is there any financial incentive that you can offer? Something that will make me to at least take care of my family here, or just leave everything and just come on ground?
When you think about salary, you will not come. When you think about salary, you will not come. You see, when I was in Monrovia, I worked with 2 universities in Monrovia. What I'm making, what I was getting, or more than what I'm getting now. But I decided to come to Sinoe. I'm in my old age, running around Monrovia from the university to the other university. But I come here to help with whatsoever I'm earning. That's the kind of mind I want people to do. I know leaving your family in the U.S., coming here to work for little or nothing, it will be a difficult thing. But like some of our brothers who probably have retired or are nearing retirement, they can come and and then come and help here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Frankie and Patrick, quickly. So, I was looking at the budget, right? I mean, I don't want to go online look at Liberia's budget. I mean, why is it that some community colleges in the country they are getting more funding than other community colleges? Is there something that the lawmakers are doing rightly or correctly, or the instructors are doing correctly for which they're getting more money as opposed to other schools like Sinoe County where our budget never reached $1 million?
Well, I don't really know how other people are going about it. The beginning of the budget year, they were asked us to submit our budget plan and our needs, and that's what we did. This is what you're giving us, and these are our needs, and this is what we want you to add to what you already giving us. And they call us for a budget hearing. We defended why we need extra money, and we are still looking up to respond to our requests. But other counties, how they go about it, I don't really have knowledge how they're doing it, for which they are getting more than what we are getting.
If I were you, I'd kind of reach out to them and see what they are doing to get a secret. We want more money in Sinoe County too.
Of course.
Okay. Patrick,
No, I was in flight when you hijacked me, and you went on and on. So let me get done, and Patrick will come in.
Thank you. Go ahead. Let get the doc on to go get some cool water.
Yes. So, and I was leading to a question about the dark familiarity with the organizations, sample organizations here in the diaspora. He said he knows one or two people, but he's not too, okrum with the leadership here. And the reason why I was asking that question is the same kind of question we all are asking. We now are trying to see how we can put ideas together to solicit help for our people back home, especially when it comes to the physical structure of the college itself.
Yeah.
Now, we in America, we have a SAPO organization called USAA, the United SAPO Association, and we were together for many years, and then it came a time some disagreement happened, and then the organization now is split now. So there's two SAPO organizations here now in America. So the USAA, the original one, and then the new one is the I think SADA, the SAPO Development Association, something. Now, and the both organizations are kind of, I will say it, running competition now. Yes. And who will do good job for the people in Sinoe County, or who will carry on projects more than their friend, right? So that's where we at. Now, we are fighting as a group. Some of us who are on the fence, we don't want to jump in the middle, but we want the way we're looking before that I want for it to be. Let all our people come together. That way, we are stronger together. But, easier said than done. But now, this information that we are giving you can do your research. Esoteric here, been in the middle of all these organizational activities. And so when you contact him specifically for his specific information, he will lead you to the right people, and conversation will start. But I think we should look in that direction too as well. I understand other organizations, then we can appeal to them and we can tell them what's going on in Sinoe County. But let's start with our own Sinoe established organizations here in the diaspora. Let's start contacting them. Let's let them know this is what we need for our children's education. Now, we're not saying you put your money together and give it to us, but you can send representatives on ground and actually, help us connect few rooms of building to the other one that we have, or expand the building in this way. We are appealing to you. Let's do it together for the future of our children. I think that should be a good way to start. And as we go on to contact other people, I'm suggesting that we should look in that direction as well. And you made mention about our youth prioritizing working as a pimping driver and going to the gold mine, than coming to school. It's challenging. I understand. When I was in school, sometimes some of us want to go to school. When they get a test, we make 50, we make 40, we make 30. Then we got some of the young kids there who live with our parents when they kind of made 90, 95. And then when they look at it, they say, your dog. But then at the end of the day, we understand that, no, we're not dog. Because when we leave class, we actually got to go work and get money for food. Because if we don't do it, we will not eat. But you, when you go home, food is already waiting for you, prepared. So all you got to do, eat and go study.
Yeah.
By the time I leave class, I got to go find food. I got to go find money to find food. I don't even have time to study anymore. Right? So it's hard when the children are struggling to find transportation to get on campus already as it is. So then if I find a means where pimping can put money in my pocket, then maybe I will end up doing pimping. But now I'm to balance doing pimping and come and going to school at the same time. That's where the challenge is, and we understand these are things that we will work on. But then when our infrastructure and other things start to improve and the children start to see it, then they will get encouraged. Then our appeal to them will be more easier.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I know you guys are facing humongous challenges when it comes to those kinds of things, but please use your contacts and contact your Sinoe people. You are in Sinoe County. You are not in Monrovia and preaching about Sinoe County. You are living in Sinoe County, so you are an example to everything when you say it. And when Doc asked the question, appeal to me to come to Sinoe to come work, it's not about the salary. He can only appeal to you, or the administration can appeal to you, but you're going to have to make a sacrifice, because doctor here is making a sacrifice to educate our people, to be in our people's life. Now, I know those one-on-one questions, but the one question I got, every time it comes to my head, I start laughing. So I don't know. What do you think about Senator TIJ comparison between the Sapo girls and the crew girls? You said the Sapo girls, they are way educated than the crew girls. They go to school more than the crew girls. And you guys, and the both tribes are in the same county. And you are the college president. What do you think? Is that statement political or is it realistic?
But before the dad come on, let me play the statement down before you add to it.
The Sapo girls, they are making much academic progress than the crew girls. And our women need to wake up to that reality. And you'll be surprised that even if a Sapo lady has 2 or 3 children, she is there in college. She doesn't care about the 2 or 3 children. She leaves their home and she goes to college in the evening. But our crew girl, when they have their first child, they want the second one, they want the third one, they say, well, not working money. Then they go and get married. Then they sit down. And we don't follow the track of the Sapo woman, the Sapo girl. Most of you, the time will come and you'll be housemaids in their houses. And I'm saying about that, you say, why you were joking? You go work for them. You will cook for them when they are at work. And when they come from work, they ask you, what is food? Lord, I'm saying, what not you cook here? Then you start feeling better. Now, whether you like it or not, you should have also gone to school. We need competition in this country amongst the women groups. And what I'm saying here, statistics and back it. Go to Moravian and see.
So yes, Doc, before you come in on that question, I know you make it clear to us that we must do everything we can to take politics out of education. So I know you are an educator and you are not taking on any side of the political spectrum to back or disagree. But again, you are the main person to actually ask this question, because Senator TIJ quote statistics. He says statistically what he said is right. For some of us, we believe that is you putting one tribe against another because the message. But so statistically in Sinoe County, Is the Sabo girls actually doing well educationally than the Kru girl?
Well, I won't be able to give you yes, no answer. It will be a difficult thing. As I said, I am an educator. I'm there to make sure that all of the tribes that are in Sinoe, they get educated. So I want to leave that. I don't have the statistics. Thank you very much.
So I say, how do you? I think that's a important observation though, because in order to know that, because your focus is on the different tribal groups in this county, right? To make sure everybody get equal education. So how do you track? I mean, all those tribal groups, because I think you have to have a record as to how many Kru, how many Grebo, how many Mandingo, how many clans students are in the school. Like in the US, if they do the same thing, they want to know the number of immigrants, Chinese. If you look at the immigrant group here, the Nigerians, they are getting more college degrees than the other immigrant groups in the country. So how do you track that? If you say you don't know, how do you track? Because we want to know whether the senators, our former leader, is giving you factual information. You're telling us the disciples are getting more educated than the other tribal group, which is not a good thing. I mean, it's good for the disciples, but the other people in the county too, they are not getting educated. So I want you to verify that information for us.
Well, we are working on statistics, and until that can be ready, I can't really give you a number right now.
Okay, sir. All right, thank you. But Patrick,
So
let's get it down off. Yeah.
No, let me come in 1 minute, please, because Perkins took almost all the time, and so because we are very concerned about the well-being, the professional well-being of our father, as well as the college and the students who even go there. Now, talking about facility, Dad, I want to remind you that there is a Sinoe citizen called Clovis Dixon. Clovis Dixon, in 2019 or 2020, he went to Sinoe with a delegation from Bucks Community College in the U.S. Carried consignment of books and other education materials. Library. I don't know how you made a library, and all the books are still there. If they are not there, there's a need to make some follow-up, or you could get some contacts. I think I can help you in that direction. On the issue of your facility, you're talking about the people of Sinoe have to take education into their own hands now, because like this American author Francis Wallen said, education moves nations, and it's true. And the only way we can also get people going from regions or people coming from one region to Sinoe County, or Sinoe County getting increasing population, one thing that brings population back to Sinoe County will be education. When the community college or the university is performing well, people will leave from Maryland, they will leave from Grand Gila, they will leave from Riverview, Grand Crew, River Cess, and they will go right to Greenville there to have quality education. That's what making Maryland booming now. And Maryland, Swat Cocoa booming right now because of Cottington. Maryland, Harper is booming because of Tubman University. And other universities are doing well. Now, the SCAA is in the US. Some of the leaders, I know you know some of them. The SCAA is there. There are other organizations that are there. On the ground, we got the political leaders and the citizens who are there. Are we able to raise 2.5 million on our own before even reaching out to government? Do you have a vision to initiate a fundraiser that raises 50% of that amount before reaching out? Can we initiate that this year? Can we initiate it anytime soon, so that we get something into the account instead of waiting for government to build a structure? Because the government that I know, our government that I know, will not come out rightly to start building for you. You must start doing something. Do you have that vision to raise 50% of 2.5 million, looking at the citizens in the Sinoe County, the leaders, and the diaspora community.
Yeah, well, thank you. Your question is a coincidence because we have already discussed to do fundraising, and that is headed by my vice president for administration. So sooner or later, we'll come up with a date to start something that we have been discussing among ourselves. So at the appropriate time, people will be informed so that others, Sinoe citizens that are abroad, will be able to pour hands around us.
Patrick, I think that's a good thought. I wouldn't mind contributing, but I also think it's not fair to Liberian people because I would imagine if it is a private school, then we say, okay, but if it is a government school and you have our country resources and you say, you know what, let's give the money to the political leaders when they make the budget, they put $60 or $70 million in the budget for themselves. You're talking about 103 persons. But then the citizens themselves, they have to raise money for educating themselves. I don't think it's fair, you know. But again, I don't have, but just my observation. If I pay my taxes or we have nation resources and we let political leaders to seek our interests, and then they are doing better, and you say, okay, you have raised your own money to build your own school. It just, and this is a government institution at that rate too. You know, I just think it's not fair to the people. That's just my view.
And I think that's a great observation, and I totally agree with that. Now, the only thing to that is we have a so-called democracy. So whether we lecturing things or not, they got to go on. When will we arrive waiting for one government from one government to another, from one government to another, and the budget will remain the same? We are lucky that it will remain the same. Maybe the next government will decrease. So it is not our responsibility to physically or financially support government-run institutions. But what can we do? We got to somehow help to educate our people back home because we have waited for government for all these years. And so my sister and brothers, they can't read up to today because of all these issues. So we got to just play our part and hope for that one government will come one day and things will get better. But in the meantime, I think we just play our part because nobody listening to all our representatives and senators, they're about their own pocket and we can see it. So, you know, it just sad.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, those are candid observations actually, and I appreciate them too. But you know, my friends, cannot think about it. In 3 successive years, the budget keeps dangling around 600,000. It never reaches even 700,000. I think the last one is 692,000. You know, what is that? Education? You know, you take the men from America, you can't bring him to Sinoe, you give him $600,000. What can they do? 400,000 go for salary alone. Imagine that. So what will build the new facility? Honestly. So we should stop wasting our time. The government cares nothing. I mean, doesn't care about education in this place. But finally, my final thought now to go off. The last time I saw masoners or maybe people in the construction area putting down 3 structures. I think I made a post on that. Actually, I came on fire with the post actually. Putting down 3 structures. That what were those structures about actually? What were you trying to do at that time when those structures were being erected? What are they? Classrooms or maybe some sort of sitting area, or what were you trying to do that time, or those structures?
Thank you very much. I think you are asking the right question at the right time now. That building was constructed as assembly hall, or it was being constructed as assembly hall by the past administration, but they didn't complete it. So when we had a challenge of classroom students coming, and then we don't have a lot of classroom, we decided to create partition in that building so that we have additional classrooms. So 3 classrooms were created. We paved the area and then bought plywood and created partition. So we have 3 classrooms that have been added to the one that we have in the chair building, and that helping with instruction. Yeah, it's just temporary. So when we get money, We'll remove that.
Okay, temporary softening, right?
It's temporary structure. It's not permanent.
Yeah, because I was scared. I mean, I was thinking, you know, when I made a post, I was thinking, I said, but wait, Sinoe Community College, soon to be Sinoe University. I mean, we have us, you know. I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was something too healthy that day actually, but I think I got some clarity on our situation.
Yeah,
but thank you for the clarity.
Yeah.
Okay.
One quick question, Doc. Do you have a relationship with Savior Talent, the county port director?
The managing director for the port?
Yes.
To be honest with you, I made an attempt to meet her. I went to the port, but there were a lot of restrictions, so I was not able to see her. And then later on, there was some issue that erupted. So she and I have not really met face to face, but I have a plan to meet with her so that we can discuss issues pertaining to the college as well.
Yes, that would be necessary. That would be necessary.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. We want to say thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. Let me see your son here asking question. You say, where do you see the college in the next 3 years?
In the next 3 years, we are hoping that the college will be a full university. We are hoping that we'll have all of our teaching staff to have master's degree. We are hoping that we'll have our own star quarter. Those are the things that we're hoping to see 3 years from now. I know some will say, well, that is a difficult thing, but with collective effort, we can do that, we can achieve that.
I was just about to ask you on what part is your hope predicated, but you answered that already. But Dad, before you go though, I think I want to make some recommendation. And last question, I mean, maybe you said it, I missed it. Do the student, do they pay any fees at all, or it's just free?
They don't pay for credit hours, but we have a general registration fee. Currently, they are paying $4,000 Liberian dollars, which is around $22 US per semester. Oh. So in a year, they pay $8,000, which would be about $44 US yearly. But we are thinking about adding $2,000 Liberian dollars to make it $6,000, which would be $33 per semester.
So why the increment though?
We have challenges when it comes to operation. Right now, we are running generator. Even though the government is supplying us with fuel, but sometimes it can delay. So generator, when it's down, it then it start our operation. So with that additional $2,000, because that money that they are paying, all have to go for ID card for them, PE T-shirt, their activities fee. So when you deduct all of that from the $4,000, nothing is left for us to carry on our operation.
So, but don't you think that strategy will be kind of productive though? Because initially, when you want the first student to graduate at 35, and then the number start going down. So if you start charging more, you don't think you're going to deter them to come into school and say, you know, that people charging plenty of money. I'm going there. I'll just do my pin business.
Well, some would think that way, but given what we are going through, we decided that's why don't you know that all of the community colleges, the government-run institutions, higher institutions are paying more than us? They are paying more than Sinoe University. Sinoe Community College. There are some people that are charging close to $100 US, which should be around something like $16,000 to $18,000 in a semester. Yeah.
All right. So this was just a recommendation as you leave. When you mentioned that the nursing school was closed, it was a little alarming to me because after you get a knowledge, you need a doctor or nurse to take care of you, and we can't educate nurses in our county. That's a serious business. So if you can work on that for us, that would be. We need nurses to take care of sick people, and that is critical. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then also,
so
when you do, I mean, I look at your credential, it's amazing. With that knowledge, that you should be able to, I mean, harness fundings or money from everywhere. I mean, use your knowledge to see whether you can not just depend on the government, but to get funds or fundings from multiple sources. Because I think that's why giving your background, you're able to know how to raise funds and do different things. Yeah, to bring to the community college instead of depending on the politicians that can increase their budget every fiscal year, but then the community college money can go up. Yeah.
thank you very much. That's exactly what we are working on. And we know that our effort will yield fruit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So if you have closing thoughts and the opportunity is here, I want to really say thank you for, I mean, bearing with us our, our elementary questions for answering them. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for having me on your show. I appreciate that. My comment is to encourage all of you citizens of Sinoe County that are in the diaspora to join us, to unite our effort so that we will build our college, raise it to the level of university. And that will require infrastructure development. We need building, we need textbooks, we need one immediate plan that we have now is to build our health science building, which costs about $231,000. So we want all of our citizens that are everywhere in the world that are listening to this broadcast to put hands around us so that we'll improve the university or the college so that our young people will prepare themselves for the future. So again, I want to say thank you for having me, and I highly appreciate that.
All right, Dad. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And enjoy the rest of the day. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you also.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our guest, the president of Sinoe County Community College, Dr. Jarpah over there. He's very patient, man. You can tell that we're educator. He's not angry with our basic questions and practicing going out with speeches, give you long speeches. And Patrick say, oh, they're eating over time. But before, I think there's a comment here for us to react to from somebody, Father. I think it's Michael. Let's see what it will be. It will not cover us. Let me see. Maybe I can put us in the corner. Michael say, great initiative, guys, but one thing is killing this county that most of you guys continue with, always speaking about this SAPO crew. The question shouldn't have been, how can we lobby, should have been, maybe that way meant to say, how can we lobby with sons and daughters of our great county for help instead of asking how he is familiar with members of the SAPO diaspora. We live in Sinoe since the 80s and don't know anything called SAPO and crew. We all are brothers and sisters and interrelated. Please let all of us try to stop this division that is slowly killing our county. Perkins, I think it looks like the man was kind of directly or indirectly referring to you.
Yes, and I mean, I want to believe he paid attention to the question. That was not a question coming from me. That was a statement made by one of our ex-official in Sinoe County named TJ. He was making that comparison, and from day one, we are saying that it is not a sensible comparison that is drawing division among our people. So I am not pointing out or divine or SAPO or crew. No. I'm saying for a person that Sinoe County elected to be a senator for 9 years, up to now, is still talking about SAPO and crew in the same county, bringing that kind of division. So I was asking the doctor, what does he think about it? Because he runs the institution down there. If what TJ said is true, because TJ said he based his statement on statistics. So yes, I understand. Division is what we're fighting. If you listen to me, Kine, even before I got to that question, I said every time I think about that question, I laugh, and it's true. I just keep laughing to myself because it's funny. But then I also mentioned the SAPO organization here in the United States, how divided we are. But to your point, I do agree with you. Now, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, the crew people established their crew organization here in North Dakota. and they had their how they can call it when you just get established. They are launching of the organization, and we all were there. And the crew people are plenty. But guess what? Now not only crew people were there. The Sapo people, the Gio people, the Crown people, the Pele people, the Mandingo, and everybody was there. So we are all interrelated because we are one group of people from one country. You understand me? But if you know right now in America, we got almost 50 to 100 different organizations. Every tribe has its own organization. Every women group, I got almost 15 different women groups here in North Dakota, different organizations. Single women, United Women, Confucian Women, all kind of different women. So Liberian people are used to that kind of small group of doing things. We are not in favor of these things, but we got to mention them when we are on the platform to send a message to those things so that we all can work together. My brother or sister who asked that question or who tried to correct me, I'm not the guy who you step on when it comes to division. Because of division, I can step back, but yeah, we just, and yes, so I will encourage the doctor to also reach out to the crew organization here in North Dakota, the chapter that here. I'm in North Dakota. I can get him more information. I know all the leaders, so I can play that role so that the Sapo organization here in the diaspora and the crew organization in the diaspora, like from Sinoe County, can join hands and go develop that county.
Yeah, thank you, Perkins. So next show, guys, we'll have a lot of big teams training, yeah, from the Verde, the Cape Verde and those things. A son of Sinoe County was involved in that. I mean, so we can discuss some of these things. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, this other story that was training, the young lady in Red Light Market, because she wore short skirts, so the guys, they naked her. That was crazy, Yes, but I like the fact that Liberian National Police, the one that apprehended those guys. Oh, Perky, you didn't see it?
No.
The lady was in Red Light Market. They said because she wore short skirt, so the guy literally they naked a woman. I was like, okay, you said the woman's term or clothes short. So by making her, does it make it better? The guys are crazy, Yeah, but that's some of the topics we'll be discussing then in the future. Yeah, we have our senator was declared guilty before for corruption. We have one of our educated son. Right now he's on investigation, and then we have one of our son down declared guilty, for facilitation. It's Sinoe County. We have to do better. But Patrick, let's get our closing thought, man, so we can call it a day.
Okay, thank you, CEO. And we got another fantastic edition today. I want to say thanks for bringing us on and bringing our guests on today. I think we learned a lot. We can all help to support the community college, lobby for support, and encourage people to go to school. Yeah, regardless of how many children they have, according to TJ, where they are and what the situation is, let them go to school. The more viable the community college becomes, the more students will be encouraged to go to school, and the more people will want to leave from other places to go back to Sinoe because there is an education facility there. So Sinoe can become, so Moravia can become a Swakoko in Bon County, of course, if we get a viable community college. So I want to thank him for coming on. Those who follow online as well, I want to thank them for following as well too. And I want to say again, happy birthday to our deputy CEO. We appreciate everything she has been doing for the platform, for her husband, our boss, and everybody around her. Happy Mother's Day to all of our people, our mothers, our precious mothers, and all of them. I want to say in a special way, don't forget, June 4 to 7 will be the convention of the Putu Affordable in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm encouraging everybody to be there to show support for the Putu community to complete their $90,000 bed gas house project in Pellicon, Putu district in Grand Junction County. So please make your way there, get your tickets and get your Airbnb to move in. So much I say and do, I want to say thanks to everybody for following, and thanks to Radio Buto for graciously today relaying this edition of the program. Carino Tia and his team, Lata Grano, and all of you, I really want to say thanks so much. We appreciate the partnership today. We'll always crave for this partnership, from time to time, so that we relay the voice of Sinoe in the diaspora, because it is the voice of the people, the voice of God, and the voice of the elders and ancestors. Thank you so much for coming on and following. See you next Thursday with another edition.
Okay, Perkins, before you close, man, let that play one political, maybe one or two political, I'll call it political voices.
They don't let them hear me speak, but they'll talk about it. I'm their friend. I help all of them, but they become hateful to me for what reason, I don't know. Most of them. And I hope they hear this. Some of them, they said, and I walked in and said, look, I'll take you to the hospital. They said, no, and let me die.
Yeah. I always talk about the dog that crossing the bridge with the bone in the mouth. And you look in the water and see another dog with a bigger bone. And you grab the one in the mouth. And you look at the same bone in the water.
And said, when the dog get a bone in the mouth, y'all not joke? One man said, I want to call the person name. He said, the dog get the bone in the mouth. You know that about every day? He said, the bone in the dog mouth, and the dog looking in the water, and the dog see the shadow. The dog think a real bone. The real bone, the dog jump in front of the dog in the water to catch the shadow bone. And your company say you're paying 3,500 pregnant women to go to Ember Hospital and will be free. Because the boo and your mother got the boo and going to get different boo.
Don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw rocks at each dog, you will not reach.
All dogs, we are dogs. When Baka was suffering, he had nothing. The Diaspora Liberia was putting money on the support can be. He looked at the entire Liberian people in calling dogs. Today we are suffering. They're breaking down people's homes. The people don't have money to go to school. Children don't have money to go to school. We buy back. I paid $300 now. The rest of my money today. They talk about the hero. But don't come up breaking our folks. The president look at the entire country called dogs. We are dogs.
All right, man. Those are some voices I just want to play. Yeah, I got a lot of video, but Perkins, you can close, man.
Yeah, man. That country is an interesting country. Like I said, that was my opinion. I know and believe Joseph Boakai did not call Liberian people dogs. It was an analogy. It was an example that we all use. But can you imagine a woman walk around in real light market, and the men that there, they say the woman's skirt is too short, so they bought naked a woman. Now that dog behavior there, even though you're not calling Liberian people dog, but that complete dog behavior, But that aside, it was nice. It was beautiful to have Dr. Jarpah here today on our show. He is the educator in Sinoe County who have sacrificed and is doing his best to educate our children, to pull some rules and regulation in place so that we can have a better county in terms of education. And so we are humbled to have him, and we learned a lot from the answers of our questions about which direction our county is heading when it comes to the education of our youth. As we can see, we need to do more. We as a people from that county, we need to actually continue conversations like this and see what part we can play in helping the community college there and other technical or vocational institution down there to actually get on their feet and create a conducive and suitable learning centers. You know, the one thing I will encourage the DAC to do is to actually use his contacts, you know, whether from the Diaspora or in Liberia. That's why I asked him the question if you are familiar with the SAPO organizations. I forgot about the crew organization that got established in North Dakota, and that's why I didn't mention it. And I also asked him whether he was he has close contact with Madam Xavier Talley, who is the managing director of the port. He answered that he tried contacting her. He went to her office. The place was too packed, and since then when you found a way to contact her. That answer is not satisfactory to me. It's not enough. We have cell phone. You are a whole president of the community college in Sinoe County. You don't have to physically go to the managing director office in order to speak with her. You can call her. She is not out of touch. So I believe he's not making effort to physically meet the woman, sit down with her to discuss the progress.
So what you want the manager to do though?
No. I will want the manager to have an idea on the condition of the community college in the county.
She lives and works in Sinoe County. So
yes. But
this is somebody who has political ambition. So if somebody who cares for the county, she should be able to know the condition of the community college. You don't think so?
Well, not necessarily. She is playing a role. And I understand sometimes we hear things, but we all got different jobs. You understand? She is qualified, and that's why she's been placed in the role to be a managing director of the port. She will also believe that whoever is the president for the community college or the administrator of the community college is qualified to run that college, and that's why they place the person is present there. So she's not going to overlap her function to come and control or want to know or no. But if
it's not the control. It's just to know what is going on. Because if you want to be a representative or senator, then those are things you have to follow. Well, let me not interrupt you. Let me end your talk so we can call it a day. I'm tired. I gotta go get something to eat. I'm hungry.
Yes, I kind of agree with you. But what I'm saying, let him be the one, because his department is or his office is the one that need the help. So reach out to Xavier Talley and tell her the kind of help you need and why you have you're trying to build down there. If she doesn't help, then next time you come on shows like this, when that question comes, you will not find it difficult to answer. You say, I've reached out to the madam, we have talked, she promised to do this, and she hasn't done it. But as of now, the blame is on him because he hasn't been able to reach out to her. At the same time, you have a point. She's trying to be a leader in the county, so it is a responsibility to reach out to other department or other, especially educational stuff to get things going. But it was a beautiful interview. You know, we learned, like I said, we learned a lot about our county. He said when you were going down there, 2024, you spent 2 days on the road, and now it's 6 hours on the road. So some improvement are happening. We hope that they continue. And it was a beautiful day.
I think it was in keeping with what the vice president said here. Listen.
Do what you're supposed to do. If Paga don't do it, don't support it. And I say, I'm not done that 3 times. I'm saying one more time. If Paga don't open your rules in the southeast, don't vote for him. Hey.
The man is right.
Yeah,
the man is right. You see people that were in Nathaniel McGill then holding microphone talking Tabata in Liberia. I'm not in Liberia. Look at things that can happen. Liberia said they are the base most of their things on the United States. The United States sanctioned McGill and few other people. I don't believe that America sanctioned
Perkins, I don't want to go there. That's why I want to win next show.
Okay,
because we'll have a discussion
no, because
on
you
this.
showed the video then, that's why.
Yeah, we'll have it because you're about to tag Nathaniel McGee right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
And the man
let's
said
wait for next
they like going
Thursday.
for Harley Real boom before and they took that boom and they go pour the wine in the water.
Yeah, but I'm done. Next Thursday will be the next one.
All right, to our viewers, we want to say thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Yes, we want to hit 500 subscribers. We're around 390 something. We want to hit 500, please. So go to our YouTube page, Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, and subscribe to it. We really appreciate you. But we want to say thanks to our guests, to all of you that follow your comments. We want to say thank you so much, and we'll see you next week Thursday. You know, if we don't have a guest, Perkins and myself with Patrick Shirley will be here debating the issues. We'll always get something to talk about. But we want to say thank you so much, and this is how we're calling it. What, you want to go with Fred, man, or you want to go this one or Fred?
No, let's go with the other one. Fred will get Fred in.
All right. All right, guys, that's how we're doing it for today. We want to say thank you.
Yep.
Mo